Hi friends, Simit here from InformedTrades.com. Today is March 11th, 2014. Time for our daily Forex chart review. Basically in this session each day at around 8:15 a.m. New York time, 1:15 p.m. GMT, I go through the Forex charts as I see them. Basically, I'm looking at the daily charts of 20-some Forex pairs. I'm a price action trader, price action swing trader, so that's the method that or the lens that I'm sort of looking at this market through. If you have any questions, if you want to learn more, if the jargon I'm using is unfamiliar to you, you want to explore different styles of learning, we have a whole bunch of material on InformedTrades.com covering the Forex market, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, stocks, futures, options, all sorts of things. Definitely check that out. Register as a member, view our learning material, participate, share your knowledge, ask questions, and we can all sort of learn together. Okay, let's get started with the currency pairs. I always like to start with trades I have on at the moment, and right now what you're seeing on the screen, Canada yen. I have an order to go long at 92.34. That order I put on yesterday has not gotten filled yet. So let's see if that gets filled. Other than that, I've got a few positions on that are, so there's that order, but I've got a number of live positions on. Let's go to Euro Kiwi. I have three orders on now. Fortunately, they're all in the money, but not by a huge amount. So my stop is not at break even on any of those, and the market could still reverse, hit my stop, and take me out for a loss. So let's see. Computer is a little slow. I apologize for that. Here we go. Euro Kiwi. Okay. Yeah, Euro Kiwi. Here we are. Now, what I've been waiting for is a close above this orange line, which we did not get yesterday. Let's see. I would give it a few more days, although if we don't, well, we'll see. I'm not going to take any action yet. We do have an evening star pattern off of this near-term resistance level, minor resistance level, which is a little concerning. I wouldn't like to see this. Here, let me zoom in. You can see the evening star pattern. Okay, so you have this candle, then this like long wick candle, then this down candle. So this is one can regard this as an evening star pattern. However, I still view this level where I entered as the major support level. Let's see. I'm not going to take any action now. It's not the most encouraging price action. If we can close above this orange line, then I will move my stop to break even. But right now, my stop remains at that red line. So the market heads down south, it could still hit my stop and take me out for a loss. That's Euro Kiwi. I also have a position on Aussie Swiss, which I'll get to in a second. Aussie Swiss and Aussie dollar. Okay. Okay, this is a little encouraging. I'm finding it to be. I entered at this level here. My stop's here. Stop came very close to getting hit, but it did not. And now, if we can go below this orange line, I will move my stop to break even. That's Aussie Swiss. Nothing to do yet, but it is encouraging. Aussie dollar. I like the price action on that. Aussie dollar is also also have a short position on here. It is a little concerning that we formed a new high here. I would like to see in this price action, I would like to see a lower high being formed. But it didn't hit the stop, and it is headed back down. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. It'll be critical for it to really get below 89.10. Then I'll move my stop. A close below there is where I'll move my stop to break even. Let's see what happens though. But basically, all these positions so far, it's slightly in my favor, but I don't think it's time to move to break even or really take any action. Moving to break even is always what I'm when a trade's on. That's the next step for me. I move stop to break even, and for that to happen, it needs to cross through a resistance level of some type, near-term minor resistance level. Okay, Euro Aussie. This is very similar to Aussie Swiss, so I don't have any. I won't be trading this. I already have some exposure to this idea of Aussie Swiss. But if it does pull back to 50.15, a level I've been watching for some time, that might be a level to buy at. Euro Canada, we're going to see something similar, and a lot of these I've sort of gone through these every day. At some point the pattern will change, but right now we're in an uptrend. We're not getting much of a pullback. I'm eyeing 49.75 as the level to watch. Euro Swiss. Okay. Okay. Euro Swiss. Yeah, I still have the entry order to go long at this black line. I'm sorry, there was a little bit of a distraction here. Euro Swiss, I do have an entry order to go long at this black line. It's traditionally a range-bound currency, or when I say traditionally, here, let's actually look at the weekly chart and you'll get an idea. There we go. So traditionally, since the Swiss National Bank stepped in right around here, so September of 2011. Where they made the verbal announcement, let's say August 2011. Since August 2011, we can see it's been in a pretty tight range, and the Swiss National Bank has said they want to basically peg it to the euro. Whereas before, you could see, it was much more. Now, let's see how long this peg it can be maintained. Maybe it can be maintained forever. Maybe it's still got a long ways to go. But on the daily chart, because the Swiss National Bank has pegged it of sorts, in a way. Is sort of trading in this range. We're near the bottom of this range. I've got an entry order to buy here. I don't know if it'll get filled, but it's sitting there nonetheless. Euro pound. I got stopped out on a short euro pound trade earlier this week, and not quite time to short it yet. Let me actually delete some of these lines. Because it is conceivable that this might be a resistance level of sorts. So we could be at a resistance level. Let me actually. Okay. Um, we'll see. It's not the most. I'm wondering how much to weigh this price channel. So it could be that we're breaking out of the price channel and actually going higher. But it could just be a momentary lapse. I'm going to make this a little thinner. Okay. Let's see what it looks like on the weekly chart. So we're at what could be regarded as a resistance level now on the daily. On the weekly, you can it still sort of looks like the price channel is intact. Um, Let's add some more Fibonacci here. Okay, now you can always, there's a lot of subjectivity with Fibonacci. You could sort of say that, you can reverse engineer it to backtest or whatever you want to call it to get the level you want. We are at the 200 exponential moving average here. We are at a resistance level, and we are at a Fibonacci level. Although, like I mentioned, you can always just almost select any random 2 points, so you'll always be at a Fibonacci level. But I still think it's useful. I think this is a meaningful swing high. I think this is a meaningful swing low. Now, there are other meaningful swing highs here, here, and there are other meaningful swing lows, although they're very close to the same level. We'll see. Let's see how the candlesticks shape up over the next few days. Right now, I definitely want to see a red candle before I try shorting, but there may be a short opportunity on Euro Pound. Something that else to consider, though, is I'm not really short Euro anywhere else, although maybe I'm wrong on those positions. Euro Yen. So at least for now, I'll come back. That's something to keep an eye out for this week. Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps Thursday or Friday. I won't be doing anything with Euro Pound today, though. Euro Yen. Yep, Yen's running off without me, unfortunately. So let's see if we can get a pullback to 137.80 right now, where we're like 600 pips away from that. So Euro Kiwi we looked at. Euro Dollar. Yeah. Okay, so Euro started to head south here. That's actually something to observe. But let's see if it pauses at 38.06, which I think it might. If we can find a bid there. So I'll keep an eye out for maybe. Probably not. I doubt I'll go long 38.06. But it's possible. Let's add a Fibonacci retracement from here to there. Yeah, even then, it's hard to see how this is a. I don't think I could enter at 38. If it can fall to 36.88, then I'll enter. But other than that, now it may be valid. I could see how the euro falls to 38.06 and doesn't, and it basically retests this breakout. So we break out here, test this level, and goes higher. It may do that. However, I don't. That's not my trading style, so I'm going to stay away from that. And then let's see if we get a pull back to 36.88. Pound Aussie. Yeah. Still waiting for a pullback if the Australian dollar can rally sufficiently. Now, I'm short Australian dollar and other currency pairs, so I'm not really expecting it. But yeah, nothing until we can fall to at least 81.43 on Pound Aussie. And then we could perhaps buy there. Pound Canada. Yeah. I mark this up as a potential short, but I don't really see risking 90 pips, so we want to get at least 270, 82.92. That means we have to target 82.92. So right there. Huh. Um. Yeah, it's actually interesting. I just don't. I just don't feel as comfortable with it because I still think it could, touch the top of this channel and go higher. So it seems like like maybe it'll fall back down here to 82.92. But I'd rather pass because I still think it could hit the top of this channel and bounce higher. Um, so I'll pass on Pound Canada, although I'll keep an eye out on it. It'll be interesting to watch how that price action plays out. Pound Swiss. Okay, now this is getting to be a little more interesting. Um, let's see. Let's see how this shapes up. We still have time on this. I'd really like for it to rally a bit and close above this black line close above this black line like right out here, which might be in April. But yeah, if we can close above the black line here, or we're at the black line and the bottom of the channel, that could be really encouraging in terms of buying. Um, it seems like the downward momentum is slowing. The bears might be exhausted. Let's see what it looks like on a 4-hour chart. Yeah. So maybe this level is a level the market is respecting, but let's see. And we're closing in on the bottom of this channel too, which is also something to watch. Perhaps there'll be an opportunity on Pound Swiss coming up. For now, though, at least today, I'll pass. We'll revisit it tomorrow. Maybe the opportunity will be tomorrow. We'll see. Pound yen. Okay, I had gone short pound yen. Unfortunately, got stopped out. Now it seems to be reversing at my stop level. I think I will still stay away from pound yen. Stick to buying the dip on this pair. I really want to get a long yen pair on. So long dollar yen, long pound yen, something like that. And position myself for the long term. I have an entry order long dollar yen, which we'll get to. Hasn't gotten filled yet. So let's see if we can get the pullback that I need. Pound Kiwi. Okay, pound Kiwi declining sharply. Kiwi rallying. Let's see if we can fall to 94.03. That might be an interesting trade. However, I have some exposure to this basic idea. I have a long Euro Kiwi trade on at the moment, as we saw earlier. So let's see how that fares. I think I will hold off on take a pound Kiwi trade at the moment. Also, we have big red candles here, so let's wait for that candle to actually reverse. See some green candles in there, basically. Pound dollar. Okay, so this is falling. Maybe we'll get to 65.35. That level there, if we can, I'm definitely going to be interested in buying. So we're getting closer. We have about 80 pips to go. Let's see. Until then, nothing really. Just waiting. That does it for the pound. Let's go to the U.S. dollar. Dollar Canada. Yeah, this is really an interesting short opportunity. Okay, so let's see what our resistance levels that could be targeted. So that is 130 pips basically. So we'd want 400 pips or so, which we could get if we target all the way down here. If we did a stop and reverse, this might be interesting actually. Short here, stop here. Let me actually change this line to red. Let's see what it looks like on the weekly chart. Yeah. Um, hmm. This might be interesting. I might put on a short dollar CAD trade. Because I do have I put on an order to go long Canada yen, so I'm seeing some bullishness in the Canadian dollar. Let's come back to this to the end. Dollar yen, and you can see the dollar yen trade I have on at the moment. Not unfortunately, I made a mistake last week. I had a dollar yen. I saw the order. I meant to put it, and then I just got caught up with other responsibilities in the day, and I didn't get a chance to put the order in. But I would have gotten filled right here. In the market, one left without me. So that's when you have a method, you need to make sure that you're taking all the shots on the method. You don't know which one's going. This is especially true if you have a method that loses most of the time, because if you miss out on a winner, that can hurt. So if you have a method that wins, 30% of the time, um, you want to make sure that you need to take all the trades, because if you miss that one trade that's a winner, it's gonna it's going to make your numbers worse. But knowing your win loss ratio is important. I think it's a good part of active trading. Knowing your stats, knowing when you should expect to win, how often you should expect to win, basically. Dollar Singapore, it's got to follow 25.75 before I can do anything. Until that point, I will pass. And that about does it for the dollar pairs. Let's go to the Canadian dollar. Canada Swiss. Yeah, still broke out. Same story with Canada that we're seeing. Maybe this is the bottom. Maybe this is time to buy. But in any event, I'm looking at this downtrend here and time to short. Or if it can rally, then it'll be time to short. I really want to pull back to 82.35 though. So not sure if we're gonna get that. At least let's actually try something else. This Fibonacci here. Okay. Um, Make this black here. Okay. Yeah, maybe if we can pull back to 80.33, that might be interesting. Let's see where the 50 moving average is by the time we pull back. So if we can pull back somewhere around here and the 50 moving average is there, then that'll be interesting. Um, in either event, some type of pullback is needed on Canada Swiss. Canada yen, we saw look at this earlier. I've got a long order here. Add this black line, stop at this red line, and target profits much higher. Okay, so that does it for the Canadian dollar. Let's go to the Australian dollar, where we already have a bunch of orders. Aussie Canada. Okay. Um, so this was it's hitting the target profit as we but that was assuming my long order had gotten filled. Now is the time to short, possibly. Although I still view this, I'm not comfortable with a short order here. I'm short of other Australian dollar pairs though, so uh, there may be a good short opportunity here. Um, but I think I have enough short exposure to the Australian dollar as is, because I am short Aussie Swiss and short Aussie dollar. So until I can move one of those stops to break even, I really don't want to put on another short Australian dollar trade. We already saw Aussie Swiss short, just waiting on that one. Aussie yen. Let's take a look at these pairs. This now also looks like it could be an interesting short. We're at. Let me just move this line actually. I'll delete that line. I'll delete. There we go. And so we're sort of having a really nice reversal candlestick pattern off this resistance level here. That's a great short sign. Now I've already got my appetite for short Australian dollar positions filled. But for those who are, if you don't have any short Australian dollar positions on, or you have room for more in your risk tolerance, I think Aussie yen might be an interesting opportunity. Aussie Kiwi, yeah, nothing here. There could be a potential short if we rally a bit more in time, 107.50, especially we get that if it takes enough time to get to the top of this price channel here, that could be an interesting opportunity. And Aussie dollar, we saw that earlier as well. Okay, I moved through that a little quickly just because, I'm not really I don't see any bullish opportunities on the Australian dollar, and I've already got my appetite for short Australian dollar trades filled. The fact that I'm seeing other opportunities is encouraging, though, because it tells me that the Australian dollar is really a good short at this time. We'll see. Let's look at Kiwi dollar, Kiwi Canada. Yeah, rallying. Look at that. Keeps going higher. Wow. So we'll see. Nothing I can do here. Just need to pull back, Kiwi Swiss. And this is going to be the same as Euro. I keep needing to extend this box. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this Kiwi Swiss, this is like my Euro Kiwi trade that's already on. My Euro Kiwi went long, which is like to put in Kiwi Swiss terms, it'd be like going short Kiwi Swiss. It's like I went short of this candle here. We'll see. This may be, if it doesn't move, if I don't get to move my stop to break even on this within a couple days, I'll probably close it out for whatever I can get. We'll see. But in either event, I have exposure to Kiwi Swiss by Euro Kiwi, and I don't want more. I'm a little uneasy about that position, but not really taking any other action. Don't want to add anything and don't want to take it off. Kiwi Yen. Kiwi's been rallying. I'm looking for a pullback on the yen, mainly looking on it through dollar yen and Canada yen. But either event, it still need a sizable pullback. We need to go, 250 pips or so before we can really do anything. Before I can get a pullback that I'd be interested in. But good uptrend on Kiwi yen. Kiwi dollar. Okay, now this is actually, and we talked about this yesterday, a potential interesting short. I stayed away from it just because, let's see what it's like on the weekly chart. Yeah, I mean, this is just, I'd rather buy, there's too much of an uptrend here. So it is fairly range bound, and this was the mistake I made earlier. I tried shorting Kiwi dollar here, and got stopped out. So part of me is thinking about shorting in here, but right now we're above the moving averages. And it's a little range bound, but on the weekly you can clearly see that it's an uptrend. So I'm more interested in buying the dip or buying the bottom of the range and selling the top. So I'll pass on Kiwi dollar. Let's go back to dollar Canada. Okay, I think I will put on a short order here to short dollar Canada at 111.29. Stop at 112.58. So that's about 130 pips away, and I will set my target profit at 108. Now, we'll see how this goes. Can I set my profit at, well, that's the thing. I mean, I feel like a better target would be this level here, 109. and then I don't get enough of a reward risk. So actually, I'll pass on this. How about Pound Canada? Yeah, same situation. I just don't think, and this is often the issue with counter trend trading, I just don't think the profit is going to be. You can justifiably place your target at a spot that's good. So I'll pass on these. I think it's an interesting counter trend opportunity. If I were less adamant about having a 3-to-1 reward risk, I could do it. Um, but since I do want a 3-to-1 reward risk, I won't do it. I'll pass on those. So that's about it. No trades for today. There is a pound Swiss I'm watching, and definitely have the existing pairs on that I'm watching, of course, as well. That's about it. Any questions you have, anything you want to add, join us at InformedTrades.com. Best of luck in your trading, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.